Waiting on a notification. And boom. And we are live. I want
Hey,
to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on People's Podcast. The segment is called For Better or For Worse. This deals with relationships, love, and marriage. And I want to thank this amazing couple, Brother Van and Sister Tynnetta, for taking time out of their busy schedule to give us some information as well as some inspiration. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Wow,
Walaikum salam.
This means a lot that y'all would, come on People's Podcast. Thank you all very much. I look forward to hearing your love story. We look forward to hearing your love story.
Yep.
The first question I want to know is who chose on who first? Who made the first move?
I'll let Tynnetta take this one.
Well, we're gonna both answer. I'm gonna take it all the way back to 2005. I'm gonna say that my husband, he saw me first. We were going to college, Wiley College in Texas, and he saw me first. He introduced himself to me. I didn't know who he was. He said, "Hi, I'm Dorian. What's your name?" Like Tynnetta. I'm like, who is this person talking to me? I wasn't ready mentally at that time. I wasn't ready, and I would say it took us until 2006. I actually made the first move. I asked him out. I said, "You want to go eat? You want to go to the movies?" And did I pay for it or you paid for it? No, he paid for it. I asked him on a date that he paid for. It's like, hopefully.
She set it up. I had to finance it, but she set it up. Yep. Yeah. So, like she said, I noticed her. It was the end of 2005 that we were in fall semester, so we were about to go on to our winter break, and so we didn't really contact each other back until spring. When we got back for the spring semester. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
And so, that's when Facebook was coming out, and it was brand new. It was only for college students at the time.
Got on Facebook.
So we all just got on Facebook, didn't know how to, maneuver through it. We was like, oh, this is like sending an email. So, contacted her, and then it was about April where we started like kind of hanging out and going to the movies. We went to school in a small town known as Marshall. So it's like a drive-through town. Not a lot to do. So the biggest thing there was Walmart.
Walmart was the mall.
And the movie theater. So
dress up to go to Walmart. Yeah. Like, where you going, girl? I'm going to Walmart.
And then they had Applebee's and Chili as well. A couple of restaurants. So yeah, that's how we spent Fridays, and just saw the newest movie that was released, and shortly after that we were just like, okay, yeah, this is getting a little bit more serious than friendship. So take it to the next level.
I told him, I said, we're gonna get married, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. He was like, what? I said that I was 18. Yeah. He knew I was ready to get married. He was like, she's serious?
Praise be to Allah. Well, both of my sisters send the greetings. My uncle, Minister Jamil, sends the greetings as well.
I'll praise it.
Mimi says, hey, soror. Okay.
Hey.
So, my next question is, so I'm assuming your first date was at Walmart.
It was actually at the school. No, it was at the school library. They put on it was like a quartet.
Live instrumental
quartet. And so that was our first date. And I was like, oh, this is different. Like, she's not asking me to go to the mall or whatever. She wants to go see like this instrument, like music arrangement. I'm like, okay, I can get down with that. And then that was my birthday actually, April 2nd. And so she was like, you want to do something else after this? So we wanted to go into the movies. We wanted to go and get something to eat. And I was just like, wow, like this has been a very interesting day. Like definitely did. I'm in a whole state that I'm not used to being in, and I don't have any family down there, and this person is spending time with me on my birthday doing things that I don't usually do, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I like this, So that was our first date, watching a quartet.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, excellent. And speaking of your parents, So how did your parents feel about Brother Van?
I introduced them to him. When was that?
That's 2006.
2006. My dad or mom met him. They didn't know who he was. They just like, okay. Well, how it works is they're not gonna take anything serious until they know he want to marry me. So they're like, okay, yeah, I see Dorian, hi, But yes, I mean,
Well, what she's not telling you is that she hadn't introduced any of her boyfriends to her parents before.
He was
So
the first
I was the
one.
first person that.
That's how I knew.
So
it
they
was
actually
serious.
they took it a little bit more serious because they was like, "Wow, Tanera's never brought a boy home like to meet us before.
Nope.
So
Mm.
you must be something special." I was like, "Oh."
That's why I said,
guess.
if you're gonna marry me, right? Because I'm not taking somebody else home. This is real.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Brother Van, what about you introducing Sister Tynnetta to your parents?
I think my mom met her. I want to say the end of that semester because she had to come down and get me, so that we can go back home. And she loved her. She was just like, "Oh my God, you went and got a girl that looks just like me." I was like, "Not quite, Mom, but the mentality and the demeanor and everything was there." So I mean, she kind of emulates my mom a little bit, just the caring and the caringness and kindness and genuineness. So she embodies all of that.
Okay, great. And how did the proposal transpire?
Oh, do you want me to
I
tell
cried
her?
so much. Go ahead.
All right. So
Tell me.
okay, yeah. All right. I'm gonna make a long story slightly less long. All right.
Okay.
So I knew that I wanted to marry Tynnetta shortly after we started going out. And so that was like after that first date. I think it was April 7th. Hold on, April 7th. I was like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" Because I was like, I might not be coming back to this school, but I wasn't looking for a relationship, but you kind of won me over. So I think we can do this. And so she was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I called my mom shortly thereafter, maybe a month after, and I was like, "I think I found my wife," and I was like, "I'm not gonna tell her yet, though. I gotta, we both gotta go through a few more, trials and obstacles to see if this is the thing, like if we're gonna progress or whatever." And I said, "But I think I found my wife down here. I think I love this girl. I'm not gonna tell her yet, but I think I love her." And so, we go our separate ways over the summer. I go to an internship, and she goes to work in a house in the woods. It's a camp for children. And so I'm keeping in contact with her every day. We're talking over the phone. And she doesn't know that I've already like registered for the next semester to come back to the school. She thinks that I'm like transferring. And so
he bamboozled me.
Yeah, slightly. It was all a part of the test. You got to see if it's real. Like if it can long distance, short distance. So from everything that we talked about over the summer, just getting to know each other, building our foundation on communication and nothing else. It just made it more clear and apparent that okay, yeah, this might be the one for me. Like. It's nothing intimate. It's all like communication and just like sharing, secrets and, information about each other. And, I'm learning more about the nation at the time because I'm not, at that point in time, I'm not a part of the nation, didn't know that much about it. And over the course of the years, like I started going to the mosque, and on our spring breaks and summer breaks, we would go to different mosque locations. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So I get back to the school, and she's unpacking in her dorm, and I'm like, "Oh man, are you almost done unpacking? Like, I'm glad that you made it there safely." On the phone all the time. She's like, "Yeah, I just gotta get a few more things out the car. My parents are outside." And so she comes out, and I'm standing there, and I was like, "Yeah, I got here like 5 hours ago. I already been unpacked and whatnot." But like after that, like we kind of knew it was like, all right, yeah, this is serious. Like we're probably gonna get married at some point. So in 2008, so fast forward a few years, I had planned a trip to Japan, and so I asked my mom for her blessing to get her engagement/wedding ring because my father passed when I was 18, so it was like an heirloom. And so she gave me the blessing. She gave me the ring. I got it resized for Tynnetta. And so I told Tynnetta, I was like, hey, I've been planning this trip to Japan for quite a while, and I want to bring you along with me. And so I took her to Japan with me.
It was in Tokyo.
That was one of the places, but we went to one of like the older parts of Japan. I think it's called Asakusa. And they had like a temple there that was like 200 years old at the time. And so we're in there walking around, like looking at the sights. Like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And so, I knew I was going to propose like there. So I pull a fortune.
Tell me you proposed to me before. He was fake proposing to me in college. He would get on one knee in the hallway, right?
Oh, I was like, hey,
listen, he'd say, if I don't have a ring, would you take this paper and put it on your hand?
Will you take this paper clip
and wrap it around your finger and act like you engaged? And I said, I would wear anything, Dorian. I would wear a plastic ring. I was just acting all crazy. So that, okay, I'm gonna say all that.
I was building up because I was like, well, I might not be able to afford like the best diamond. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't have nothing to my name, would you still marry me, basically?
Right.
But yeah, so we're in the temple. I pull this fortune, and I was like, oh my God, you should read this. And so the fortune says something like, marriage is in your future. Like,
we didn't know that was
did not plan it at all. Just like, pay my yen or whatever, pulled the fortune, and it was like, marriage is in your future, your very near future. I was like, read that one more time for the camera because I'm recording her. And she reads it, and so I have the box in my hand. I get down on one knee. I was like, well, it said that marriage is in your near future. And, basically, we've been building to this point. You said that you would wear a paperclip ring if that's all I have, but fortunately, I have something better than that. And so she said yes.
And I was like, would you get up, please? Because I thought he was faking like he was in school. And then all these Japanese people around me speaking Japanese. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I'm crying. And they around me recording me. I didn't know these people. I was just excited about the whole thing.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And thank you, Brother Van, for putting more pressure on me now, because everybody who sees this when it goes live on YouTube, they're like, well, Josh, you better take it to Japan to propose. Well, you gotta
you gotta always step it up.
In a Buddhist temple, right?
Buddhist temple.
I told myself in my mind, I was like, man, how am I gonna top this going forward? So, it just gotta be from the heart and genuine, and you'll be fine.
Excellent. Yes, sir. Malty, says she loves it. Michael Javale said, y'all looking good, young good looking Muslims. This is really romantic. My sister says this is so beautiful. And then my uncle saying pressure there, of course. Listen, my next question for you, what made you accept this proposal, Sister Tynnetta? Like, how do you know?
I feel like in my heart I have chosen Brother Van to be my husband.
She knew from day one. That's why. That's why she asked me, did I want to go out first? And I was like, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now, but we could kind of like.
Very serious about marriage in the first place, so I was waiting for him to just jump the bandwagon. I was not going to propose to him, point blank, period.
I'm glad you didn't.
I was not. I would have just ended that one, but I just knew he was the man for me. I saw that he works hard, ambitious. He's just so goal oriented. I'm looking up to him because. One, he is like an A+ in finances and economics. I'm trying to, and guess what? I'm an economics teacher. I'm still learning. So in high school, they don't know like, oh, like my husband just told me this. Let me help y'all out. But just loving, and he's courageous. Like I'm a courageous person. I try my best to be, but he's more courageous than me. So anytime he said, let's do this, I'm like, oh, okay, let's go and do it. Let's go and do it. Because I don't want to be with someone that's scared, that's kind of fearful. So he's fearless, in my eyes. And he helps me be more fearless, fear no one but Allah. I'm trying to get there. So that was it. When I saw him, I'm like, I could see this happening. And I just said, if we're going to get married, right? I don't know. Allah told me to say that. I don't know. And then
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Okay, Brother Van, my next question for you is how has children affected the relationship?
I would say that it actually. So going back to when I was saying that we had built a good foundation based off of communication. Having children just emphasizes that and like takes that to the next level because you realize that it's a partnership in raising, your offspring, your children, and it's not a one-sided thing, and I'm not always right and you're not always right, and the minister even says that, what should rule your house is truth. And so as long as like the truth is there, then we're like, okay, you got this one out, like we're gonna do it mommy's way because that's how it should be done. Or nope, daddy said this, that's how we're gonna do it, So they see that partnership, they know that they can't play mommy against daddy. But man, having children just like that's like it emphasizes my reason for getting up in the morning now to just like I was already motivated to go and get after it every single day. But like now that I have my 3 girls, my 2 daughters and my wife, I call my 3 girls. Like it's just like that back end. I'm just like, put it on my shoulders and let's go. So.
Yeah. Always femininity in the household.
Yeah, I gotta balance out all the estrogen, but I'm up for the task.
Beautiful. Miss Veronica Lyon said she always told Van that love should be effortless. Therefore,
that's my mom.
That's his mom.
Okay, beautiful.
Join. Come on, y'all, join in.
And then Mimi said, y'all are such. My sister Miriam says, y'all are such a beautiful couple, very inspiring. Okay, I'm coming to you, since I know I'll come back to you, Brother Van. My next question for you is, I asked all the men who have been on the show, being in the delivery room, were you there, and how did that change, like you as a man? Like how did that
Hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats, everybody.
Well,
he'll tell you what happened.
So yeah, now this could be a long story, but I'll make it slightly shorter.
Tell them everything.
So we have two girls. We had 2 home births, and I delivered both my daughters.
Yeah. Come on, now speak on that.
So the first one, Ziana, I mean, that was like textbook delivery. My wife started having Braxton Hicks contractions, and then shortly thereafter, her water broke. And I mean,
thereafter, she came back.
Ziana was out in like 45 minutes.
Yes.
So
that was amazing.
We was, being fresh new parents, we were like, oh, we're going to do a water birth, and, it's going to be a pool. And man, I was trying to fill up the pool. I didn't even get a quarter of the way full.
Nope.
And like our midwife was like, nope, turn the water off.
That's it.
Let's go. Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa. Time to deliver. I was like, all right, here I come.
That was it.
And so, yeah, it was super smooth. I had to kind of pop the sac so that the water could actually break because the embryonic sac did not pop. But once it popped, the pressure released, and like 45 minutes later, she was coming out pretty slippery. Yeah, so please make sure you're over like a pillow or something, some type of cushion, just in case.
If you're watching this, you better be ready for the next
you
one.
Gotta be. Well, you better be ready just to catch the baby. So I caught her, no drops or anything, no fumbles. And then my second daughter though, oh my gosh, 7 hours, 7-hour labor. So water broke at like maybe 8 or 9 that night, and she came.
At dawn.
Yeah,
dawn.
We'll say dawn. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So, but it's pretty much the same process, just helping my wife, coaching her through the breathing, and sometimes she gotta walk, sometimes she needs to sit, sometimes she needs a little towel on her forehead, wipe the sweat away.
Home births are not a joke.
Yeah,
woo, baby.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
Yeah. So that's how that went. I delivered both of them, and then, inshallah, if we have another one, I'll be delivering that one too.
Wonderful, praise be to God. And on behalf of men everywhere, thank you, sir, for stepping up to the plate. Thank you, sir, for stepping up to the plate. Okay, and since Tynnetta, being the woman, the one who gave birth to two beautiful young daughters, how did that impact you?
It makes me just level up some more because I could not be mediocre. Children look up to you at all times, and they're always watching you. Like, even when you don't think they're watching you, they are watching you. So that just made me be more conscious of my time, made me more conscious of what I'm wearing, what I'm saying, what I'm watching and listening. So definitely being a MGT, now I'm like, okay, now I really got to put this into practice, because here go my daughter, mommy, why you got that on? Mommy, why you saying that? Mommy, why you eating that? Muslims don't do that, Praise be to Allah. I say, you know what? You are right. And I'm gonna be a better Muslim, not do this. And in my mind's like, not around you. But no, I just have to really be on my A game. And that really helps me out. And then having my two children, on top of me being an actual teacher, now you got all the children watching you. So it's like, okay, Tynnetta, you got to be better. So that's what I've been trying to be better, and I am being better, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, because I have to be the best example. And I want my children to be better than me. I always tell them, say, you see, mommy and daddy, we're doing our best, but we want you to be better than us, at the end of the day.
Okay, excellent. And thank you. I have just a few more questions for you all, but I want to make sure I get a quick 60-second commercial break for all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast. Thank you all very much. If you all like to be sponsors and donors, please $ Cash App the People's Podcast. I thank you for all of the sponsors of this month's month sponsorship. Thank you all. Starting with my brother Rashad, Street Premier Media Production. He has a 4K camera and a drone. He does television and film editing. Thank you very much, Rashad. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's and coloring book as well. Thank you very much. Get those on Amazon. Thank you she also connected me with her sorority, Tynnetta. Thank you very much. My sister Naima, Stay On Point Dance Academy, LLC. We love our tiny dancers. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country. Make sure you all sign up. Nations Auto Sales, LLC, out of St. Louis, Missouri. He ships cars and trucks to you. Another MTS Car Bros, any make, any model, any year, 30 to 50% off, out of Los Angeles. They do a great job. Raising Black Millionaires, Sister Tia Muhammad. She teaches economic empowerment and development to young Black children through flashcards. Brother Kenneth Muhammad, bow tie maker extraordinaire. He'll ship bow ties to you all across the country. The Detroit Mecca Project, Brother Kamal, out of Chicago, is fixing up the homes in Detroit, making them a safe and decent place to live. Brother Chantel X, he pays truck drivers weekly, and he specializes in refrigeration. He's the X and Express. I'm coming right back to this lovely couple. The Real Hip Hop Network, they have their own app. You can get paid per stream. If you have whatever your talents are, your gifts are, please support your own Real Hip Hop Network. Thank you all for looking out. Brother Jabbar Muhammad, Client First Construction, painting, carpentry, flooring, plumbing, etc. And Hip Hop Detox, they work and use a holistic approach in schools all across this country. Thank you very much, Hip Hop Detox. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry's Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad, COVID-19 Disinfecting Cleaning Services in Chicago. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, AbdulSharif.com. And last but not least, my two books, Cleopatra, which is a children's book on Amazon, and No Father, No Excuse, which is on Amazon. And thank you all very much for your sponsorships and your donations. Cash Up the People's Podcast. Okay, right back to this lovely couple. Brother Van, for you, what has been the greatest trial so far, and how did you overcome that?
Greatest trial. Oh, man. So I think my approach to life, man, is everything is either a lesson or a blessing. So I wouldn't say that, I have one specific trial that just was like, oh, this one is going to do me in. No, like I always try to rise to occasion. Ever since I was young, just been trying to conquer obstacles. Didn't have the best start, especially like in the school system. They thought I was dyslexic, and then I'm not dyslexic, and it was like, oh yeah, he can actually learn. Like, yeah, I can learn. You just need to put the right teacher in front of me. From learning how to read to loving to read to, well, now I'm going to prove everybody wrong and be like the top science student, and I'm going to college next, and now I'm going to get married and have a successful relationship, and because divorce is so high in this world, I would say in this country, but it's just high all over. Just trying to knock out obstacles and things of that nature. But I think the most recent thing that I've gone through is like the fire academy, and that was pretty tough. So I've been a firefighter now going on a year in April. Yeah, I know, it's fast. And so that was tough. A lot of learning, both books and physical. A lot of adaptation. I can't even put like having my girls on that list, because that's not a trial for me. That was like, man, that was the blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's what like leveled me up. I'm like, okay, I feel like more powerful now. And so,
yes, sir.
Even this marriage is like, this is not a trial. Like, well, I just leveled up again. You know what I'm saying? So,
like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, shoot, I'm getting my power level is over 9,000.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan,
I knew he was gonna get the reference.
Yeah. I'm with you. Beautiful. And I just want to read some of the comments before I come back to you, Sister Tynnetta. Sister Alicia says, these are goals. Jasmine X. Williams says one of her favorite couples are birthday twins. Miss Veronica Lyons says no more babies from Pop Up and Mimi. And
wait a minute. Don't you cut my cord.
Sister Alicia says, go ahead. This is positive vibes for me. Nini says, all praises to Allah. Naimi says, all praises to Allah. Y'all are so beautiful. Excellent. Okay, for you, Sister Tynnetta, what has been your greatest trial, and how have you overcome it?
Lord, greatest trial. I'm not gonna say my husband said like the blessings, or what you say? I don't even. You said lessons or blessings. I'm gonna say it like this. My trial has just been more within myself, just overcoming my emotions. Just women are naturally emotional creatures, and then that doesn't mean I'm just gonna say it the way it is. We are,
yes,
and I have to be able to check my own emotions, and that's just me being able to be more in that logical realm. I mean, I'm not gonna be that 100%, but if I know in my mind, like, okay, Tynnetta, are you really reacting out of this because something that happened 5 years ago, or I'm just, that's what it is. Because the more I rely on my emotions, the less I get things done. I have to sometimes do things logically, and when I do that, then I kind of overcome that trial a lot faster. That can be whatever goal I want to accomplish. It could be a weight loss goal. It could be studying goal. It could be getting up earlier. Just me being more logical in that mindset. That's probably a trial. And so I'm trying to think of a big trial or obstacle that I've probably overcome was so many, man. You just gave me this one. I just get the most recent one. It probably losing weight after a baby. For any woman, you want to get back to that wine and shine and fine, whatever they call it. But don't laugh at me. But anyway, just disciplining yourself, being disciplined, and that's mind over matter. Always thinking about a lot. Because without him it'd be nothing. So he created himself. I can create this body. So that's me. Just being in that mindset, let me think more mathematically this time. Then I can be able to accomplish my goals and put things in order the way I want it to be.
Beautiful. Excellent. And you are, like Sister Alicia said, goals, beautiful. This is very inspiring. Brother Van, for you, what has been your greatest joy?
Greatest joy. Being a Black man in America.
Come on now.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a young Black man in America, especially from Brooklyn, New York, living past 25 is like, I mean, like anything after I passed, well, I want to say 21, I've counted as a bonus, like, and every day after 21, I was just like, well, shoot, like I can have time still to like do things and, accomplish some of these dreams and goals. My dream though, as a young boy, I mean, even in Brooklyn, New York, I always wanted to be a firefighter, like from the time I can remember. And that was 5 years old. That's as far back as I can remember wanting to do that as like my lifelong dream. And so for me to have accomplished that last year, I would say, I can't say it's my greatest goal or accomplishment because like meeting Tynnetta, having my girls, those are like up there. Those are like the top tier. I can't really put things past that. But in terms of like accomplishing a dream that I've been striving for like, I would say all of my life, the most recent one would be becoming a firefighter, because right now I really feel, I mean, I've been on for a year, but it feels like I have not even worked a day. I mean, because it's all like what I want to do. It's my purpose. So every time I'm waking up, I'm like, I'm happy to go and help, and I'm helping people every day. I mean, in the short time that I've been a firefighter, I've already I mean, fires aren't that common, but I've already had like 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that I can help preserve somebody's property, the fact that I can save a life, is beautiful, man. So
wonderful. Shout out to all the firefighters out there.
Yes, sir.
My brother-in-law, Keem, is a firefighter. He does a great job. He's on my drill team. We bonded together, and then I have an uncle Ronnie in Chicago who's a firefighter as well. So shout out to all the firefighters. Yeah. Excellent. My next question for you, Tynnetta, is what has been your greatest joy in marriage?
Being married, I want to say my husband and many other believers and family members encouraging me to sell my food. Okay, I have to say that like that because I love to cook and I love to teach. Like you can tell, like when I say I get excited, but like I dream about making stuff. Like I dreamt about something last night that I was gonna make today. I didn't make it yet, but listen, you don't understand my happiness in cooking. So I always cook and experiment in the kitchen. And that is just like my greatest joy. I'm always cooking and offer to cook for families and events and saying, I'll make it, I'll buy everything, about the pots, the pans, or whatever you need. And at my husband's graduation, we had a dinner at our house, a very small, intimate dinner. And I just cooked everything. I didn't think nothing of it. And then some believers, Sister Asa, even though she's not on Facebook, Sister Kiana, she's like, Sister Tynnetta, you can really sell this food. I'm like, no, I ain't selling that food. Nobody gonna buy it. And she's like, you can sell. I'm like, I'll try it out. So the next week I started posting this experiment to see if somebody would buy it. And, it's trial and error, see what's good and, not so good out in the marketplace. And that was one of my greatest accomplishments this year, is really starting up a food business.
Okay.
Tynnetta Sells Healthy Eats, if you on Facebook and Instagram. But I gotta put myself out there. I learned that the hard way. I got the own plug. But I'm in Indianapolis, and I had another business I started last year, and then that was kind of like, let me just see if I could start something. But I really have this big dream of, I don't know what it's going to be, but something involving teaching healthy, cooking healthy lifestyle, and, preparing meals for people who, want to eat healthier. And so that was something I was proud of myself. And I talk to my students every day, and I don't even know if they're tired of me. I said, guess what, y'all? I made some sales this weekend. And if y'all want to be an entrepreneur or be a business owner, let Mrs. Muhammad know I'll help you out. I'm kind of new at this, but I'll help you, And then some students, they'll say, Miss Muhammad, I want to start a business, and it's so sweet. I'm like, they listened to me. So that's something I'm happy that I've done it. And my children, my daughter would say, oh, mommy, you're always cooking in the kitchen. I said, come on and help me. So
she might not tell you this, but she actually did a lot of research on her own. She got her own LLC. She got her business insured. She got it notarized, and I mean, like all the steps. Like it is a legit like business. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and she did everything herself. Because I even told her, I said, if this is what you want to do, you need to know the inner workings, inner and outer workings of it. So you got to do that research and hit the ground running. And I mean, she did. So it's growing. Like from where she started to where it's at now, it's definitely I would say double or triple.
Beautiful. So if we're in Indianapolis and you're in the Indianapolis area, how can we reach out to you to support the business? If you want people to some good food.
We gotta take donations.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
So if you can call me, and I'm gonna put my number in the conversation later, y'all. Don't think I'm gonna forget. 317-296-3736 is my phone number. And I'm going to put in the chat my Cash App. If you all are not able to purchase any meals in the city, you all can donate. And I actually do raffles and I give out meals to those who are in the city and may not be able to afford it and they want to try out dinner. You can literally Cash App me at Tynnetta Sales. So it's the $. My name Tynnetta and the word sales, SELLS. So if you donate to me, then I'll say, all right, we have a dinner sponsored by so-and-so, or I can say anonymous. And I'll say for the first 5 people who comment or like or share, I'll give you all a free dinner. You just got to pick it up.
Beautiful. Excellent. That's great. All right, let's keep doing. Let's keep supporting it. Well, what do you do for fun, Brother Van? Together as a couple and separately?
Well, Corona's definitely put a hamper on all of that. But I would say we used to go to movies a lot. Like the big Marvel movies, that would be like a whole family event. We just go and try to catch up on the chronological order of it and like keep going how they connect. But yeah, movies, just going downtown as a family. But for me, like a stress reliever and a hobby of mine is martial arts. So yeah, I've been practicing or studying since I was like 7. And so I've done several styles, but I'm currently in a karate style called Kyokushin. And so I'm actually going up for my brown belt black tip in 2 weeks. And yeah, he's my instructor is like, yeah, we got to get you to your black belt, this year. But it's just like Corona's definitely been hampering things. So I mean, it's just about discipline, diligence, and like showing up, ready to learn. So I mean, I've been putting in the time, putting in the work. It's just because of the whole virus situation, we had to like kind of cut some classes and wear masks during some, so it made it a little difficult to do certain things. But yeah, that's what I do personally, as like a stress reliever and for fun. Just gotta find a mat somewhere. It don't matter what style it is. It could be wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing, whatever. I'm in the ring. I'm somewhere. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And our daughter's in it too. He takes our 7-year-old and she enjoys it.
Yeah, I got her in there, and they love her.
And she's in there, Kia. It is so cute. And the other 7-year-olds in there too, riding.
Beautiful, excellent. And what do you do for fun, Tynnetta?
Hello. But also, I actually, even though I haven't been doing as much as I would like to, another stress reliever for me is actually, I like to work out and I like to do dancing. So that, like working out, I'm a high energy person. So actually being stuck in this house is really kind of dampened my spirit. And I'm not going to lie about it because I like to be outside. I like to walk around and socialize and, move. So it does feel kind of constricted in my house, but I found ways to, get my energy flowing, cooking and then working out or playing games with my children, just so I won't be sitting down. But something that, gets my blood flowing, excites me. I mean, I do like movies, but you just got to sit down and watch them all the time. And I don't want to be getting fat watching movies. So I just, he knows that he'll come in and I'm working out. I recently started weightlifting, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
So that's
excellent. And thank you all for continuing to watch the People's Podcast. My next question is for you, Brother Van. What advice would you give to future fathers?
Ooh.
The main thing that comes to mind right away is patience. Uh, they're not gonna know everything that you know right away, and it's your job to teach them and be an example of what you want to see. So um, you got to have that patience so that they can learn. So from your example, from you modeling it. Um, I mean, just love your children, man. Like I just love my girl. Like I love every moment. Like even the frustrating ones where I gotta kind of raise my voice, with like sit down. Like
Yeah.
the fact that I'm a father and I have that responsibility, like just live in the moment and like. I mean, I can't believe that my oldest is already 7. Like, what? 7 years ago, I was catching you,
Yeah.
swaddling you, and you were just so tiny, you're like this, and now she's like up to my elbow, and I'm just
Right.
like, oh my god, like time flies. So you gotta live in the moment and just not take it for granted. So my advice is like patience and you know be like model what you want to see in your children. They'll listen. They're watching you. Sometimes you don't think they're listening, but they take in everything like a sponge. So if you're not coming off like super aggressive, but you are to the point and direct, they'll still, they'll retain that information.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful, man. And Sister Tynnetta, what advice would you give to future mothers?
Um, Future mothers, I'm gonna say, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, don't make it seem like you have to be a perfect mother, whatever that image of perfection is. Don't be so hard on yourself because you'll just be stuck, in this mindset that you're not doing anything right. So what I would just tell you is just be the best version of yourself. That's it. Just be the best version of yourself. Tell your children the truth. I learned that truth. I mean, my parents told me the truth anyway. So just be truthful to yourself and to your children because they will regurgitate everything.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say, "Mommy, you said this." Like I have said things that I literally just did not remember. And my daughter said, "Mommy, you said you was gonna give me this sandwich at 3:00. It's 5:00 now.
Yep.
2 hours have passed."
Yep.
So just
Where's my food?
and I'm like, "Did I tell her that?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yep,
Yeah.
So just and be loving. Be a mother that I would say you probably would have wanted to be. To you, just be loving, be patient, and just know that they're growing just like you are. Your children are not done growing. You can't yell at them for something like an adult would. Like they're an adult, they're a child. So just know they have a child mindset. And what they do they're very innocent. Your children are innocent. You just have to understand that, they're not usually doing anything out of being mischievous. They truly don't know. And you just have to teach them.
Excellent. Okay. And Brother Van, if you could choose a song that would represent, you and Sister Tynetta's love, like what song would that be? Like, people say this is our song.
Oh man, it's
Think like a Muslim.
There's
Come on
this
now.
new one out now. Stop. We played "Love" by Music from for our like dance song when we got married.
Okay.
It sounds cliche, and I know like every single married couple has picked that song, but it's so perfect. Like sometimes like I go astray, but love, like you always bring me back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it don't matter if we have a disagreement or if we just fully in love with each other that day. Like that's still the basis. I like on both sides of that spectrum. Like love. I'll stick with that one. There's a new one out, but it might not be Muslim appropriate. So I don't know the name of that artist. It's a new artist, but it's a nice. It's kind of like it has an old school type of vibe to it, but with like a new school lyric. So that's why I don't want to mention it. But yeah, it's like you played it. You was like, "This is the song that you like." Yeah, but
She or something.
She.
It's called She.
That's
I can't remember the artist.
It's called She.
Yeah.
And so basically, he's just like, you're the one that builds me up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll never break me down. Like it just has an old school vibe to it, but it's a good song. It's a really good song. good message.
Excellent. For you, Sister Tynnetta, what song would you choose?
You know, as he was talking, I just thought about Angie Stone because she has a song called Black Brother Strong.
Yes.
That's her husband. I'm gonna say that to him because there is no one. But I want him to think that I'm trying to overpower him, and I do. I know that I have an overpowering spirit, and of course, no, I do, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So I know that it's just my personality, and I have learned to humble myself so much. You know, and I know I talk a lot. But I learned, okay, just don't say nothing. Just even if you got to close your eyes and think, don't say anything. So that's just me, just having to know that, Tynnetta, humble yourself, stop it. And when it's time to be that strong lioness, then you can do that. But right now, you don't have to do that this time. So that's for him, Angie Stone, I think it's Black Brother, a Black man, I think. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on the People's Podcast. This has been amazing. You all have been great guests. I want to thank everybody in the comments who shown nothing but love. We're going to put this on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe to everybody who's watching. And may Allah continue to bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.